Restaurants and bar owners are up in arms against the Supreme Court order that's banned the sale of liquor along state and national highways. Massive protests were witnessed in Chandigarh as hoteliers protested against the Supreme Court order. In fact, the hoteliers said that the ban would neither serve tourism nor would it curb drunk driving. They also said that many associated with liquor businesses would incur huge losses and many would also lose their jobs.
Chandigarh Hotels and Restaurants Association is protesting against the Supreme Court orders banning the sale of liquor along the national highways. This is how the protesters have displayed their anger against the orders. They are asking whether these orders will stop drunken driving. They're also raising another question, unemployment, the loss of jobs for thousands. They're also talking about the revenue loss, as the 50% of revenue of the hotels and restaurants comes from the sale of liquor. They're also talking about tourism loss of visitors. Now they're raising a potent question, ab hum kya kare? They're asking what was their fault. They are also saying hamari naukri chali gayi, hamara kya kasoor tha, raton raat hue sab bekar. So these are the questions which are being raised by the members of hotels and restaurant owners, and there are other people who are serving in various units of the hotel industry. They are asking the questions, what will be about, what will happen to them, what will be their future as they have lost their jobs. So thousands of people have lost their jobs after the Supreme Court orders. Now they are asking the government how the government will help them and how will they live in future. With camera person Dilip Sahu, Manjeet Sehgal in Chandigarh for India Today.
Let's go across to Ashutosh Mishra, who's joining us live with more details on the story. Over the course of the day, Ashutosh, you've been speaking to several hoteliers, to several dhaba owners, all of whom have cried foul over the Supreme Court order. Get us a few more voices. What are their grouses now? Who are they relying on now? Who do they feel should be held accountable for this?
Akshita, to take a stock and a reality check, I'm moving around this Delhi-Muzaffarnagar highway at several state highways. Now, this is another Delhi-Muzaffarnagar highway where number of liquor shops were there till 31st March following the Supreme Court verdict. Now, this road completely deserted. And we earlier spoke to number of dhaba owners. They say that this has completely ruined their business, as it has reduced the number of footfalls, it has reduced the number of business, and completely even those dhabas and small shops and small restaurant, they completely look deserted. Now, as far as the other aspect of the Supreme Court verdict is concerned, we have also seen number of people in this society, those have come out in the support of the Supreme Court. But a larger section which includes the business fraternity with the service industry, the hotel industry, the restaurant industry, they have come out in opposing it. However, so far the peace is, the protest is completely peaceful, as we are seeing in Chandigarh. But people have started speaking it. Now, there are a number of several dhaba owners. They've also, the Supreme Court must have given some warning or, some way to the government or the industry to sit or to come together to opt out any formula. But since it's just an order which is now being implemented from 31st March, the dhaba restaurant completely deserted. Now, that is going to cause a huge loss to the exchequer. That is going to make a huge loss to the government revenue for the service industry, and also it concerns millions of jobs of people, those who are associated with this industry. Akshita?
All right, Ashutosh, thanks for joining us with those details. Now, even as the hotel and bar owners protest against the Supreme Court order, the government has also taken a stand, keeping in mind the kind of protests that have taken place, and of course several reports suggesting that this could affect tourism. Union Tourism Minister Mahesh Sharma has spoken out. He said that while the government will heed the Supreme Court order, they will also try to provide some sort of respite. He also maintained that the tourism industry shouldn't get affected. He said that 4-star and 5-star hotels can be exempted from the order. But contradicting Mahesh Sharma, Commerce Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that it's a court order and that the government can't interfere.
But now, what about the losses that have been faced? Court's order which has come in for the bars which have been shut down. Ma'am, the hotel industry is asking that if there be any intervention from the government side.
I can't comment on it.
But ma'am, what about the losses that have been faced by the industry now? They're saying
it's a court order. It's a court order.
I think safety of people are more important. That's the way we look at it. So I think the court has taken a view based on safety of people, then I think that will always take a priority. Food will be still available though, so there is going to be opportunity to do business with food. Maybe if those who want to drink can go somewhere else.
Let's go across to Devina Gupta, who joins us live with more details on the story. Devina, you were speaking to the Commerce Minister Nirmala Sitharaman barely hours after Mahesh Sharma issued a statement. She's come out contradicting what he said. You know, it looked like we could see some sort of relief for 4-star and 5-star hotels. But going by what she said, the government is not going to interfere.
Well, it looks like that right now, Akshita, because remember the Apex Court had given several warnings earlier as well, and this ban was in the making for the past 1 year at least. What we given to understand is how the state governments are looking at a loophole right now, because remember Jaipur has denotified 3 of its national highways, which means that it's immune to these bans because it only talks about national highways and 500 meter around it you cannot have liquor shops. Once again, in Maharashtra, the process is on, as we are discussing with you, that in Maharashtra, there is also discussions on about how denotification of highways can be done. That could be one way out in saying that these roads are under the state government. So essentially, the Supreme Court order ban will not imply on them. But as we brought out to our viewers, the Union Minister of Commerce, while looking at the hotel industry, which is saying we will be facing around 65,000 crore of losses if this ban is not circumvented, or if there is no other option be available on the table. Right now, at least it seems the government is going with the court order.
All right, Devina, thanks for joining us with those details.